The U.S. and its allies strike a nuclear deal with Iran. Iran gets relief from economic sanctions and agrees to get rid of most of its stockpile of raw nuclear material and also to open up to international inspections.
We have unprecedented access through this in terms of verification.
Now, it is a deal, but not done. Congress has 60 days to review the plan and take a vote. President Obama promises a veto if Congress tries to block the deal.
Many have been hoping this deal would also mean freedom for 3 Americans imprisoned in Iran.
The wife of imprisoned Boise Pastor Saeed Abedini says the fight for her husband's release must continue. Morgan Wagner talked with Naghmeh Abedini and joins us live in the newsroom.
Naghmeh Abedini tells me she knew the release of her husband wouldn't be part of the official deal with Iran, but she had hoped the promise of his freedom would be a strong sideline factor in any negotiations made. Boise Pastor Saeed Abedini has been a prisoner in Iran for over 2.5 years. Since then, his wife has been fighting for his freedom.
First year, I had a lot more breath and energy. I felt more hopeful of, as the years are going by, it's getting more emotional. It's becoming more draining, both for me and for the kids.
Over the years, Naghmeh has met with President Obama and has went before Congress 3 times, begging them to fight for Pastor Abedini's release. She believed that this deal with Iran would be their best chance in bringing her husband home.
I was hoping that on the sidelines, the release of the Americans would be secured. Because I think once a deal is made, we have less leverage.
Naghmeh hasn't been the only Idahoan pushing national leaders on the issue. I spoke on the phone with Senator Jim Risch, who says the release of Pastor Abedini and others should have been discussed before negotiators ever sat down to the table.
It just boggles my mind that these people would sit down at the table, the Americans would sit down at the table and not require that those 3 Americans be released before they cut any kind of a deal, or for that matter, before they even started talking about a deal. But they have been insistent that they were going to do it without that. I don't understand it. It's wrong.
Senator Risch does not support the deal with Iran and says in this 60 days that Congress has to review it, he will continue to push for the Americans' release. Again, Congress has 60 days to review and make a decision on the nuclear deal with Iran. In those 60 days, Naghmeh says she'll continue to reach out to lawmakers.
Idaho Representative Raul Labrador says he will review this deal before voting. He says the Iranian government claims to want constructive engagement with the world, yet Iran refuses to free Boise Pastor Saeed Abedini, in prison since 2012.